All right, welcome to the weekly analysis. 5-6, the week after the carnage. What you got for us, Salinas?
All right, so can you pull it up for me, Todd? I really appreciate it.
Jesus, I didn't know I was having to work like this.
Yes, I am. Can you pull it up for me? Thank you.
Yeah, I was just wondering why I didn't get a recorded analysis this morning.
Oh, you have it. That's on Kim, because I didn't know that's what we were supposed to be doing. I didn't know you wanted to do it every week. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Kim, I'm gonna have to throw you up under the bus on that one.
Dang.
I'm gonna throw you up under the bus, sister.
Up under the bus. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so Todd, you want us to do that every week? I mean, I don't mind.
Well, I thought that was the plan, but so listen.
Oh,
I don't
We
mind.
can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
Here's the thing, guys. This is what I'm trying to go, right? I don't mind doing this weekly analysis, but I think everybody should show up to this meeting with their own analysis done. If we continue to do analysis in front of everybody, I'll be doing the analysis on my personal charts for the rest of the time, scoring big money, and everybody else will still be lost. If you show up with your analysis done, and then you have questions, we can talk about those analyses, right? We can talk about the questions. But I don't think it's a great idea for us to do it like this and me continue to mark up my charts and everybody else missing the move every week. So
you're saying that you want people to start having their markups on Saturdays and sharing their
if
thought process or posting it in Discord.
Yeah, we don't even necessarily have to share this.
To do this call it. Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Y'all can do the analysis and post it. We can post it in the like we did last week.
Okay.
Everybody can take their personal analysis and look at your analysis, and maybe they have right.
Okay.
Maybe there are questions or there are differences, but that's how I see it. I mean, look, this is not my group. Like, what works better for everybody? Like, what does everybody? How does everybody feel about that? I know a few of y'all do your own analysis anyway, and that's great. But
I think that's better.
I think it's better too. I think it forces you, because like you say, you can mark up your chart, and then if you mark up your chart, you understand, and then I want to go behind you, and if I wasn't paying attention, or if I don't go back and watch the video again, and then I don't mark mine up, and it's not, mark it up completely differently. So I guess it is good for everybody to mark up their charts. And if you got 10 people mark up their chart and post it in Discord, you may see a bunch of different stuff, or you may stop somebody from making a bad mistake if you be like, I see it differently, check this. So I think that's a great idea. My 2 pennies.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. Everybody just do your own analysis.
All right, Sister Kim.
Gotcha.
So Kim is gonna do the weekly analysis, and then I just do this portion. So we're gonna put this together every week. Is that what you saying you want us to do?
Yeah, I'm
just verifying clarity, brother. Clarity.
Yeah. And listen, it doesn't necessarily have to be Kim all the time. Like.
Okay.
Look, Rosebud said she did her. I mean, y'all. We can figure it out collectively. Maybe everybody wants to get involved. I don't know.
That sounds good too. I think that's a great idea. Because like you say, it's listening to somebody else's voice sometimes, you know what I'm saying? They may see it differently because everybody's gotten so used to hearing, your voice.
Yeah, but I'm trying to avoid being Ruby, So, one thing about Ruby's analysis, I got used to Ruby doing analysis. And it's great watching Ruby doing it, but you got to do it for yourself.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so the way
don't hit me. I'm sorry, y'all.
You're fine. So the way we're gonna do it now is I don't get it. I had a question, but I lost it. I'm thinking we're doing our own analysis, and so there's no more pairs trading as a group anymore.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what I just said.
What I'm saying
Huh?
is everybody do their own analysis, right? When we show up at this meeting, right?
Mhm.
Let's say that Kim or whoever did the analysis, you looked at a pair and you saw it differently, right?
Mhm.
Now we can talk about it. Does that make sense?
Okay, so we just need to pick our pairs and show up with stuff that we already did research on already before the
Yes.
meeting.
Yes. Now I would still post my thoughts and my opinions, you know, the same way I did this morning in Discord.
Mhm.
I'll post what I think and what I look at, what's my favorite, but you need to have your own info, right? So here's the goal. Maybe in a month, when I post my favorite, it'll be your favorite, right? If you like the way I trade, right?
Mhm.
Maybe I post my favorite, you post your favorite, and I look at the chart and I'm like, man, that is a better trade setup, even though I don't think that's possible. But you know,
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
I like taking the low-hanging fruit, right? Like I want the easier trade setup, in my opinion. When I look at the charts, I'm not trading a chart that I have to go sit through a bunch of chop. I want to get the chart that's going to go to where it's going, and I want it to happen now, right? Every now and then, you know, I have a bad pick, but most people, or most of the time, I want to pick the chart that looks like it's going to be the easiest time for me. I think everybody needs to get to that space, right? And of course, it's going to suck the first time you do your own analysis, right? Because you're going to, well, what did he say do? Or, you know, but eventually, because we'll talk about how we do it, eventually you'll get to the point where you say, okay, let me fib this. All right, let me look and see about the imbalance. Or the market just expanded. Let me go back and find the imbalance the market needs to retrace to, you know, all that stuff will just make you a better trader eventually.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. You can go ahead, Selena.
All right. So AUDK, it did as projected. However, there was 2 back-to-back order blocks. This is one of those retracements where you buy until it begins to sell. The week was a bearish order block, and this week was a bearish order block, and last week it was a bullish order block. The bearish order block was a deep retracement to the previous week bullish order block. I hope that makes sense. Price brought up from that deep retracement, 145 pips. There was a 1 hour bullish order block Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern for an entry. This buy position could have been held until Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern for 145 pips, as I did earlier. And then price meander in a zone for the rest of the week, but there was possible additional entries on that pair as well. AN, it did as projected. Price gave a bullish 1 hour order block on Sunday nights, Eastern time. Price brought up to the golden zone, 131 pips, before it began to sell. Price then gave a 1 hour bearish order block at 3 a.m. for a sale for 205 pips to the negative 27. There was a third opportunity for more pips at the negative 27. Price gave a 1 hour bullish order block on Thursday at noon for a possible 100 pips. If you traded it that way, that was a possible 436 pips for the week on that pair. CAD JPY was God's plan. It moved 314 pips in the previous week. So what we wanted to do is catch 100 pips of that. It did as projected. If you use God's plan, there was a 1 hour bearish order block at 6 p.m. Eastern that you could have got in for. However, price only sold down for 34 pips before it began to buy up. Price bought up 88 pips. If you use God's plan, you still would have been okay because our stop loss was 100 pips before it began to sell. You would have you would have been fine for those 100 pips TP. We knew that there was a weekly imbalance above the weekly order block, so we expected it to buy up first. So so keeping that in mind, price gave a 1 hour bearish order block a little bit in a different place. Tuesday at 1 a.m. Eastern for a better entry. Either way, using God's plans, you would have hit your 100 pips regardless on that one. Euro Chef did as projected. This is the case you sell until it buys. Price created a 1 hour bearish order block Sunday night at 5 p.m., which is really the candle. When I say 5 p.m., it's the 5 p.m. candle that started, but it closed at 6. For entry, you could have held this trade until Thursday at 10 a.m. for 100 pips. You only needed a 15 pip stop loss on this pair. Euro USD didn't do as projected. Price bought up before the retrace. Price really stayed in a zone all week, but there was possibilities, and there was a possible 140 pips. The next pair is GA. It sold, it was God's plan. It moved 492 pips. It did as projected. Price created a bearish 1 hour order block Sunday at 6 p.m. Easy 100 pips. There was multiple positions that you could have got on this trade and made a killing. GJ, it didn't do as projected, as we spoke of early. Price brought up 111 pips before it began to retrace. However, with God's plan, you would have been fine because price gave a bearish order block at 2 a.m. Eastern. If you would have waited for that 2 a.m. Eastern 1 hour order block, and then you could have got your 100 pips easy. There was also 425 pips available on GJ. When I say you could have, it bought up 111 pips first, you had to wait for that right bearish order block. You couldn't have jumped in when the market opened. But if you would have waited till you got that 1 hour bearish order block, you would have been fine. NJ did as projected. We were expecting price to buy up before it began to sell. Price brought up 132 pips before it retraced 192 pips. And lastly, another buy for 132 pips. There entries for the week, so you could have traded this up and down. That's the one I traded all week, was NJ. USD Chef, it didn't do as projected. Price brought up before it began to sell. Price tapped into a previous 1 hour bearish order block from Wednesday, the 19th of April. It sold down 175 pips from there. Price then created a 1 hour bearish order block Wednesday, May 3rd at 11 p.m. Eastern for an additional 148 pips. SPX 500 did as projected, sell it till it buys, possible 1,400 points. NAS 100 did as projected, tap into the golden zone before it began to buy, possible 3,481 points. And US 30 didn't do as projected, it bought up before it sold, possible 13,616 points.
It wasn't 13,000.
That's all I got.
There's no way it was 13,000.
Well,
but we understand.
Well, maybe it was 3,000.
1,300 points. I don't know.
Typo.
Yeah, that was a typo.
I don't know.
I don't
It
need
could have been a typo. I'm not perfect. So anyway,
listen.
You put up the next. Well, you don't have to, huh?
I also don't.
What'd you say, Todd?
I think any of those JPY pairs, the instruction was to wait for the 4 hour order block. So there's no way you should have been wrong on that.
But I think some people got in before that. Had to. Based on the conversation
that message was way before the market opened.
I didn't say that you didn't put that message out there. You did put it out there, but I'm just saying, based on the conversation that we just had on the call, I think some people got in before that you just talked about today, not last week.
Well, that's where what I'm saying. Okay, that's cool. Just be disciplined, guys.
Yeah. So for the weekly order block side, if you want to switch to the next one, there's a few.
Right here. What do you mean? Do you see the screen?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. You got AUD Chef, AU. bullish order block, silver bullish order block. You have your AD, God's plan, it moved 346 pips this week, so we should be able to catch 100 of those. EuroCAD, regular bearish order block. EN, God's plan, it moved 395 pips. So I'm hoping to be able to catch those on EA and EN this week. GN, USD CAD, USD Chef, bearish. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
I think we already talked about EN, but if you look at EN, the EA is the same way. I noticed GA is not on here, but GA it has an 8-hour bearish order block, and I think it's just going to rip down. There are several great great opportunities this week. If you are a trader, doesn't matter, scalper, if you're a long swing trader, an intraday, there are moves for everybody this week. So I would really encourage and suggest that everybody get involved. I'm going to bring up my EA trade because that's the one I really like, the EA setup. Bing, bing. Okay, so let's give you a little background. All I did was fib this up move, right? When I fib this up move,
all I see is your Discord.
I was just testing y'all, man. Relax. So okay, so can y'all see my screen? There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So very easy. I fib this impulse move. This is an impulse move. I'm looking for the pullback, right? And I know a lot of y'all are still looking like, man, that thing pulled back enough. But if you do the same thing and you fib from this order block, this impulse move up, and you get the pullback range. If you take the pullback, if I fib this impulse move, I'm looking for a pullback into my zone. Here's my golden zone. 78 is down here. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to drop down to the 4-hour to see if there's any goodies that I like. There is an imbalance in this order block, right? On a higher time frame, this down move and this push up is going to be an order block, and there's an imbalance inside this order block. But price is at a 4-hour, or there's a order block and there's an imbalance in this impulse move too. So as a trader, what I like to do is I'm going to fib this impulse move. I'm just giving you the information. I'm going to fib this impulse move. It pulled back to the golden zone and it took off and it went to the negative 27. So in my thought process, and maybe it's not correct, I think that this move is finished. Now, I think price is going to eventually pull down and mitigate these imbalances. But I think for all intents and purposes, this might push down to this level, right? To this 4-hour fair value gap, this first one, and push up. And it'll push up a 78% retracement from this weekly move, this weekly push down. I think it's going to pull back 78% and then push down. It'll mitigate all this, right? Why would it push down? Remember, we're at the end of the month, right? We're at the end of the month. We just got an impulse move on the monthly up here, and it needs to pull back, right? Price needs to come back and test the moving averages. If you fib this move, price needs to come down further. So if you just lay these time frames on top of each other as you push down, you'll understand that we got a bearish order block on the weekly. Normally after an order block, we expect price, right? We just talked about this earlier today. When this new candle opens up, this new weekly candle opens up, we expect for the wick to push up to at least this candle, right? And in this case, it'll probably push up to the 78. Then the move will happen. That is the THOT thought process behind the move here. Do you have any questions? Is everybody clear? Do y'all understand?
Yeah, this is gonna be a good trade.
Yes.
Hey, Todd,
What's up?
do you think, I know you say it needs to come down further, but based on where the moving averages are, do you think that push down is going to happen this week?
Yeah, I think it will. You're saying because the moving averages are under, it needs to go up?
Well, I'm just, yeah, typically when the weekly moving averages are up under it, it ends up pushing up. And
Okay.
a lot of,
I'm with you. So this,
Stop,
what
stop.
is this monthly chart telling you?
that it needs to keep coming down some.
You got an impulse move.
Mhm.
You got this impulse move. It pulls back. Did you ever get a 50% retracement in any of this stuff?
Not yet.
So how long do you think this is going to go up without pulling back? Right? You broke this high. There's an impulse move that broke this high. Right? Look at this order. Look at the size of this order block. You think this is going to push right through there?
No. I was just wondering if you thought the push down what happened this week based on what a
I
weekly
think it's going to
movement.
happen over the next few weeks, honestly.
Gotcha.
I think that it's going to push down. I think the up move went to the supply zone. I think it got supplied, and now I think it's going to be a down move to the demand zone. Whether that demand zone is this order block in the middle, or it comes down and mitigate this imbalance, right? So if I pull this trade up, if I pull this fib up to the top, this order block is about the 50%. But if you look at the 78, right? And you think about how these trades happen, you get this impulse move. Where is the imbalance on your impulse move? When the retracement comes back, it normally mitigates. Remember, I said if you're going to frame a trade up, right? This is the spot that you would look for to be your demand level, right? You hit supply. Now, when this comes back to this retracement, this would be where I would want to take my buy back up to this level. Now, it's not to say that we're going to get some big long candle that goes straight down to this level, but I would expect for the market to work itself down to this area. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So that is why I would look for the market to push down. If you look at this impulse move, right? You get this. Can y'all hear me? You get this huge impulse move. Look where the market came back to before it went up. It came back to this imbalance right here. It pushed all the way back down to the imbalance of this impulse move. It comes back, fills that imbalance, right? Wick to wick, wick to wick. Bam, then it goes up. We didn't break this high, it just went up. I'm not saying that it has to continue up, but at the end of the day, this is our market low. Above that wick is our market high, and until it breaks either one, our trade is going to take place in the middle. This is the frame of our market on the monthly. So I look for this to either come down and play nice, bounce off here and try to break through this block, or Some people would have fibbed the move from the down to here. This is a 50% pullback, and they would look for it to break this low. However you look at it, we don't have to argue which direction it's going from here. We just understand that the market needs to push down to at least this level. Right?
It's such a beautiful pattern. It's a beautiful pattern. You see it, and all through the market, you see this exact pattern. Some are ahead of it, some are right on it. It looks exactly the same.
Perfect.
Todd, I got a question. So I know, and I know Prince asked you to look at the 2-month too. So I have a question. So we know that this is a weekly bearish order block, right? So you don't, and of course, price can continue to sell, of course. Never mind, I answered my own question. I'll just see what the first hour of the market gives me. Never mind, I'm good.
Wait, but
Thank you.
okay, but let's even talk about that, because
Okay.
none of this price action, none of this price action happens behind closed doors. I have to do the same thing y'all do. I expect for the price to turn around. If I look at this 4 hour, my 4 hour is not flat. Price ain't getting flat, right? Does that make sense?
Right. I'm tracking.
If I look at this EUR NZD trade, price is getting flat on the 4 hour. It's telling me that it's turning around. When I look at this EA trade, it's not. Price isn't getting flat. So it probably needs to keep pushing down. But if I drop to the 15-minute, we're getting a little flat.
Okay.
So price could this is the zone that it was supposed to hit. I'm just
Right.
looking in this zone for reasons that would trigger this thing to go back up, right? Anywhere in this zone, it can go back up. So I think that on the 12 hour, there's an order block, right? This is a 12-hour order block. So anywhere in this order block, price can turn around, right?
Right.
This is the demand zone.
Right.
So anywhere in here, it's okay for price to turn around. All I'm trying to do is jump down here to the lower time frames. Okay, in that 12-hour order block, this is the imbalance that needs to be mitigated. That's why I put my start position here, because remember, wick to wick is really where price needs to bang to go up. Now, this is just me making an educated guess. Anywhere in here, like this imbalance is technically mitigated if I look from here to here. This price pushed into the imbalance at least 50%. So all of this is really semantics at this point. The bottom line is I anticipate price to go up. All I'm doing at this point is all I need to see on my 15-minute chart for me as a trader, this is just me. I need to see a break. I need to see a retest, and I'm hopping in there. I'm going high, you know? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for the impulse move, the pullback to let me in the trade, and I'm going high. Maybe it happens down here at the level that I have my position tool set. Maybe it happens just short of it. Maybe it happens a little after it. But I'm telling you, that's where I'm getting in this trade. And when I get into the trade, I'm holding this trade with confidence. This is my zone. Maybe I get some reaction through this zone. There's a 15-minute order block. There's another imbalance. Maybe it hits my zone and pulls back before it goes higher. But I'm cognizant of this. All I'm here to do is manage the trade as it pushes up. So maybe I'll make as much money possible into this first pullback, and I'll take my profit and a pullback, maybe to give me another entry, or I can buy it up, because at this point it's a hedge, because I'm just buying it up here to sell it. Right? It's a bearish order block. I'm buying it up because it's supposed to sell. The real move is to sell. It just so happens that this buy move should give me 100 pips.
Oh, I agree totally. I honestly thought, so I must have, my call dropped. So I agree with that 100%. I thought that you were saying that, you know, how some of our trades will buy up, you know, continue to sell maybe 100 pips or something like that. I don't know how many pips it is to that imbalance, but you know, I live and breathe imbalances. So I'm cool with, so that's what I was thinking too, that it was gonna buy up. So, okay, I completely understand.
We're about 35 pips to this imbalance. So if you want to
Okay.
take your God's plan position, you're more than welcome to do it. What I encourage people to do, if you're taking that God's plan, try to start looking further, right? I mean, you don't really want to live with 100 pip stop loss, right?
Absolutely not.
That's not where you want to be. That will work as a beginner, you know, but you want to get to a point to where you have an idea of where you would like to see price go. You can anticipate that idea. You drop down to the 15-minute, the 5-minute, even further if you want to. All you're looking for is an expansion and a pullback to the imbalance or order block of that expansion to take your trade. If you can find that on the 1-minute chart, you're going to get a lot better risk to reward than you will on the 4-hour chart. But it's nothing wrong with catching it on the 4-hour chart. You know, if that's where you are as a trader, you know, you see this expansion right here. When price pushes down here, if you can find the imbalance of this expansion, which is right here. If you hop in the trade at this imbalance of this expansion and you trade in this weekly chart and you go long, you'll have a 61 pip stop loss, which is not bad for a monthly chart, right? And you're chasing 1,000 pips, it'll give you 17%. So if price comes down there and hits that, that's not a bad trade for you trading this off a higher time frame chart. But I guarantee you, if you drop down to the 15-minute and you can get it on the 15-minute and you still take this trade 1,000 pips, you'll get 100 and some RR. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's, trust me, it's not going to be a smooth ride. It's not going to be a 2-week trade or a 2-month trade. It'll probably take a few months for this trade to play out. But the point is, if you understand what you're looking for, you can always refine it down to the lower time frame. They even have second charts. You can go to the seconds and get in on the trade. I'm not there as a trader. I'll probably never be there, but this works for me, you know. And you just trust what you see on the chart. I don't know every little tick and how high up it's going to go and how far, but when I drop down, I understand what I'm looking for. Like, and I know that the market is going to move like it's breathing in, out, and it's going to move that way. You know, sometimes you get a news event that makes it go faster. So maybe one breath will be longer than the next, but it still needs to do what it needs to do, which is it needs to retrace from this impulse move. And then on the bigger picture, somebody else might say, well, Todd, this is not a retracement. It's actually selling. That's cool. That's cool. You know, I don't want to argue semantics, you know. If you want to say it's selling, it started here and it's retraced to your golden zone, I'm cool with that too. As long as we both agree that the push is going to be down, we cool, right? So just understand that the way that I just want to get my 100 pips this week. Next week, you know, we can look at something different. But this week, this is where I plan on getting my 100 pips. Anybody have any questions over this trade setup? Brad.
No, I really like this. It lines up pretty well for me.
So along the same lines, and we talked about it, you got Euro NZD, right? However you want to look at this, whether this is a level of support, we broke it, price flattened out on the 4-hour, so you know it's already pushed up on the 15-minute, you know, you already got your push up and pull back. So maybe you'll get another break of, once it breaks this high or this high, it'll give you another pullback. So price is going to push up to retest the level that it just broke, which is right here on the 15-minute. If you want to do a deeper dive, you know, analysis wise, maybe you fib the weekly candle. I didn't do any of this you know, I just kind of looking at this after the fact. You fib this candle. My golden zone is just above that line that we talked about earlier, which would give you 145 pips. Your 78, let me mark the 78 just so we'll have it. Let's drop down to the 4 hour and see what's in our zones. And just like that, you see that bearish order block right where your 78 is. That makes this attractive. There's a it's a big imbalance in here. So you know this needs to be mitigated. So more than likely, you're going to get this entire move. If you look at this, is a 200 pip count right now. We're at 200 pips already. So look, man, this is going to be a great trade too. It's going to play out, and it's going to play out probably very early. I mean, it's another scenario that maybe the market opens tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Maybe by 2 a.m. you have your 100 pips. If anybody would have ever told me I could start my work week on Sunday and be finished on Sunday night, I'd never believed it. And now we all have the opportunity to do the same thing. This is what I look at as low-hanging fruit. This is an easy move, 200 pips, and you don't even have to look at a chart until next Friday.
I really like this setup.
Yeah, so those are two very easy moves. Now, I don't want to take up the analysis time talking about things that I see. What do you guys see? What did you look at? What do you have questions on?
I looked at EJ. EJ.
EJ.
Yeah, I looked at EJ. I marked up EJ.
Do you want to share your screen?
Sure. Yeah.
Are you on your computer or your laptop?
My laptop. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you got all them devices because you make big money, girl.
Nah. I don't.
Hey, Todd.
Yes, sir.
So for clarification, even if you, because if you're on the 4 hour, not only are you're looking at the order block, but you're also looking at the moving averages too. And if the first order block isn't lined up with the moving averages correctly, you're not in danger of missing it because it's just gonna bounce around a while anyway.
Possibly. I mean, I hedge, so I don't care about that. Like you have to, those are personal trader decisions, right? Me, I would rather be in the trade than miss the trade waiting on it to hit my order block. And just like Leandra pointed out about the news, right? You might be waiting on your perfect setup and it might happen, but the news might be there. I need to be in my position. I don't worry about whether I get hook and ladder, which is liquidity ran or anything, because I have a hedge set up. The bottom line is I understand that this trade is going to buy up, right? So I don't necessarily have to be perfect on my entry. I want to be in that position. If I get in a little early and they try to liquidity run me and my hedge picks up, that's cool. I just cut it off when the trade pushes up. So you have to kind of come up with that on your own. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't tell you when to move. Selena has a good grasp of what she likes to see. Like she will not enter the trade if it's not on the right side of the moving average. She gives up some pips, but it works for her as a trader, which is cool. So I don't think that there's a perfect answer because your entry may not be perfect, right? And if you're a stop loss person, you might get stopped out. If I get stopped out of a trade that I know that's going the right direction, I'm gonna hop right back in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that helped you. But I think somebody like you probably need to wait until it breaks the moving average, until you're more comfortable or you're more okay with your hedge. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
TT, you got all kinds of crazy stuff on your chart.
Yeah.
You got fake candles. Right. Hey,
Oh my goodness.
where y'all come up with this stuff?
That's the bars pattern. It's over here.
Yeah, but you already
But anyway,
you don't see that without that crap on your chart.
this was already on there. This was before this, but I like to use it for confluence.
Okay. Hey, do what you
I
gotta do.
just started using it for confluence because I want to see how the bars pattern.
If y'all
how
send it to me.
often it's
Hey, if y'all send me y'all's charts with a $2.99 cash up, I'll put my thoughts on it too. It'd be like the bars pattern. That's- oh my God. All right, go ahead.
Sorry, I know, Charlotte. And so, but anyway, so yeah, this played out last week, like all the JPYs, but it bought up and then it came down. Hold on, let me put my fib on the right way.
Hey, Terrence, so you see how you got that bearish 4-hour order block that you didn't get bounced out of on the wrong side of the moving average?
Yeah, I see it.
This is why I'm always going to take the order block. I don't care what side of the moving average is on because I know it's going to start off on the wrong side. And if I get bounced, like if this, they didn't do a liquidity run. They didn't do a hook and ladder on this. It just pushed down. So I would have had a better position instead of waiting those 30 pips for it to move, you know?
Gotcha.
So yeah, fib this down here and expecting price to hit at the 61.8 at least, because this is the daily imbalance that I saw on the daily here. If you guys can see that. The space right here.
What
So
does the weekly look like?
the weekly,
Oh, okay.
so the MAs are down here. So I'm looking for price to do a retracement of at least a 61.8 because if it hits a 61.8, I see price falling more to at least these MAs, and I know that if price should hit the 61.8 in order to hit this TP2, which is down here, and it needs to come down here. So I know that price will at least hit the 61.8. And
You go back to that chart, TJ?
this one, daily.
No, that one you said, you know, price need to hit the 61.8. Was that the weekly?
Yes. I know price needs to, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I know price needs to come down to these MAs to.
That's a really crappy reason, but yeah, I agree, or I understand. But why wouldn't you just say because you had that impulse move, it needs to retrace?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's the same reason. And here's the imbalance as well down here that's gonna continue to fill. And then here is the order block, if you will, Todd's order block.
Well, it ain't just mine, you know, but it's all good. I understand.
Say it with your chest, TT. Say
Yeah.
You know, it look a little funny, but it's all confluence there, you know. So my bet is that price will hit this negative 61.8 if it hits this if it hits the 61.8 for sure up here. So because price will always hit TP2 if it retraces on the bigger time frame, if it retraces back to 61.8 or higher.
You know, smart risk considers that an order block too, right?
What this was?
Yeah.
Smart risk.
Yeah, smart risk. You know, the website that you peddle and you push, they consider that an order block.
yeah, I heard him say that.
Oh, okay.
I heard him say that, but
Didn't
you
give him
know,
any pushback.
still, you know.
I think it's because he's Caucasian.
Oh,
What?
Just saying.
I'm through.
I am done with you.
So actually, when I saw this and I saw that that UJ wanted to push down like this, where was I? Where? I forgot where I was. But when I saw that EJ wanted to push down like this, it had me double check my ICI theory for GJ. That's why I was asking earlier for more for another opinion, because I saw that price wants to come down to push up further on the daily right here, but I also see this the rejection on the higher time frame. So on the weekly, this is a double tap and it closed lower.
Lower
So
high. There you go.
yeah, so that made me believe that GJ is just a short-term buy. So for the ICI, you can take it, you can take it shorter.
To your
To
78, to the 78.
Yeah, you could take it to the 78 or
Why don't you just fib it in the opposite direction, like from the top to the bottom, and find out where your 78 is from that? I think you already did that.
on the daily or what?
Yeah,
Oh,
it looks
oh.
like price is gonna if you fib it from the top to the bottom. I don't know what that was, but it looks like price is going to go back and tap into that bearish daily order block and then sell.
Yes.
I
So
think you pulled I think you got it backwards again.
oh shoot.
He's saying from the yeah.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Sorry, y'all, I'm a little dyslexic, but
So-
we're gonna get through it.
Your 78 is right there in the middle of that order block, which would make sense to me. And if you fib that daily candle, you should expect price to push down first into that order block and then buy up. So I think you can get 100 pips off the buy, and then you can probably get 100 pips off the sell.
And that's probably the way that you fib your 61.
Yeah. That is where the 61.8 is around that entry, correct? And it's about 200 pips.
Yeah. So
78.
I think no matter which way you want to take GJ this week, you'll get paid both directions. And here's the thing, TT, all we have is an idea, right? This is what we think. The market might open and that might shoot straight up to the 78 and then start selling, right? So I don't want people to try to take what we're saying as the gospel. This is just our thought process based on the information we have. So this new candle that opens up, if we understand, can you go back to the daily? If we understand the way price action works, the new candle, we expect the wick of the new candle to go down and touch the wick of the old candle, the old third candle, right there. That's where we should be able to take a buy up to where price needs to go. That's the thought process behind the trade, and it just so happens where that wick is, if you put a fib on that green candle, it'll probably be at the golden zone. So I'm not making it up, as I go. It's just kind of the stuff lining up and showing a little confluence.
A fib where?
Fib that green candle, the daily.
Oh, okay.
From the bottom to the top, you got to fib the same direction. And where is the zone? If price comes down to that fib, that's your what, 61.8?
Right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Price just needs to go to that wick and go up, that would be healthy price action in this case. So because there's no news events, I expect to see healthy price action. Now there is a caveat here. Leandra and all the rest of her pals and countrymen are out getting drunk, celebrating the king's coronation. So we don't know what's going to happen with it. The market's going to move kind of funny. They could move kind of funny because the British folks are drunk off the king's glory.
What is going on?
Ain't that right there? Don't y'all have like the king's holiday or something tomorrow?
Yeah, the coronation. We have a bank holiday.
Yeah.
So that means the king's getting crowned king today, officially.
But it already happened, right? Or
No, it happened today, but then we get a bank holiday in aid of his coronation, his crowning of being king.
Yeah. So if y'all wonder why the British pairs aren't moving like normal, then maybe because of the bank holiday.
Okay, TT, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I see a second fib, the smaller fib. What did you fib on that one?
The daily candle.
Just the daily? The last daily?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
I was doubling as TT.
100 to the zero. Yeah. The daily. And then, yep, so that area could just hit the top of that wick and push up right up to that point and then drop. So
that's 200 pips in itself, huh?
Yeah, about 180. So be careful on the ICI to not try to, leave your trade without taking partials or most of your trade by the zero, if not all. I mean, by the 78 on this. Just watch price action. Keep it on, yeah, because EJ is also drizzling. But maybe those don't happen until after the bank holiday. So yep, that was mine.
I don't know about Euro having a bank holiday.
Oh yeah, not Euro, but
Yeah.
GJ.
Elfie, what about the euro, Elfie?
What about it?
Y'all don't have no holiday?
No,
Y'all just get drunk for no reason.
we had one last month, first already.
Well, thanks for telling us. Thanks for telling us.
You're welcome, always.
Sorry, the French bank has a holiday. That's what it says on Forex Factory, but I don't know if that's going to affect the markets.
Elfie, you need to know about every one of those European countries since you're in Germany. You're in charge of the euro. Why you get quiet, Elfie?
I just said whatever, but you ain't hear me.
And there's another one on the 29th as well. For Euro, British pound and USD and chef as well.
Oh, that played out beautiful. Yeah. Great setups. That's all I have, folks.
What's your analysis for gold, TT?
Oh, that same one that right here. That
what we just talked about, girl.
Yeah, he had brought this to my attention there that this will, we're looking for this to come back down to the 78 or this golden zone area here on the smaller time frame to give us an optimal entry. Let's see if I go down. I got what time frame now.
Right, a 15-minute.
Was it 15?
15-minute just shows you the imbalance in that candle right there. That imbalance, when you have an expansion, you want price to come back to the imbalance of that expansion. That's all that indicator is telling you.
Which imbalance, sorry.
In the 15-minute, there's an imbalance.
Where, sorry?
The 15 or the 5?
15.
Which, can you point out where?
Oh, here it is, right
Right
here.
here. What do you mean, can you point it out? Are you blind?
No, I'm not blind. I've been.
Come on, bloke. There's an imbalance.
That's a very tight imbalance.
Wait, was that it?
I don't think that's an imbalance because the candles are nearly touching. There's like a
Nearly,
very.
nearly is not touching, guy.
Oh my gosh.
Nearly doesn't cut it.
It was somewhere. What was I looking at? Maybe it was just like the 78 or the 60.
Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
What?
This is what y'all sound like. Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
It's like a 36 pip.
Oh, okay. So this is the
It's-
this was the I think it was like this. So prices here.
I see
Right.
imbalance for 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's around the 5.
Do you know where
Oh, right here.
no, just above, if you go further up where the black line is, you'll up even more. Then to your right. Keep going to your right. Keep going to your right. Where it dips low.
Oh,
Where that no, to your right. Yeah, where that candle dips low. And is it's that bullish order block. The dip.
Hey, TT, if you also look on that 4-hour chart. You see the big imbalance. The price came back to touch. There you go. You see that big imbalance from the big impulse move up? Come over to the left. Come over to the left. Come over to the left. Keep going to the left. Right there. There's an imbalance. See that big candle? There's an imbalance in that candle. Throw your GAN box on that imbalance.
Oh yeah, the 50%.
Throw the GAN box on there. I just got to school Leandra.
Well, you're not calling me. You're really not calling me.
AKA
Right. Right here.
AKA the people in the back. Yeah. Yeah. Throw the GAN box right there. And take it down to the bottom of that imbalance so I can help the people in the back. Go
So
up.
right here.
Even in the back have now come to the front, so
Yep.
not schooling
Right
me.
here.
Yep. Down.
To what? Down.
To the candle. To the candle wick right there. Down, down, down. Right there, that candle wick. Now mark up the 50%. Shoot you a line across there. That should have been a target for
You're preaching to the choir. I got that sell
that's
last
for the
week.
people, just for the people in the back. That's for that's where you wanted to look to get in for the bot.
What? I don't believe that. If
Now
you
you
go down
can-
to the 1 hour, the
leave the
bullish
gap
order
box.
block's already
Leave the
moved
gap
on.
box. Now, fib is like squeeze the screen together. Now fib that entire impulse move up. So you gotta squeeze it again, because you want the top wicks of the candle up there. Make it a little
Okay.
bit lower.
This one
Yeah.
here.
Fib the bottom to the top. The way that the market went from the bottom of that impulse move to the top wick. Nope,
Okay.
not down there. Over there where the impulse move is. Go up to the wicket. There you go. From the impulse move No, go up. There's your impulse move. All right, from right there to the top wick. Now, where's your pullback?
Where price has already reached,
And where's your 78?
where the
You see
price
how
is
that works?
Right here.
That's where you're looking for your buy at that line that you put that's right above your 78. That's confluence.
oh my gosh.
That's just for the people in the back, aka the Landris.
No, it's not for the people in the back. I've already done this last week. Already done
Yeah.
this last week to
So
get
why you asking so many crazy questions?
I was just asking TT like what's her analysis on it. That's all, because I'm a bit confused when I go to the higher time frame.
Sound like you are.
I see it going.
That's why I'm trying to help you out.
You said you see gold going up higher, and then on the daily there's a bearish order block, and obviously there's a big massive imbalance from new NFP last week. So price has got to fill.
I agree.
fast-
It's
fill
gonna,
candle-
I said
fill
it's gonna
candle for
push down.
to
I
fill
said
the
it's gonna push
displacement.
down. I said it's gonna push down to the 2000 level before it goes back up. If you would listen to what I was saying, or maybe you were
Cooking.
either that or talking to your boyfriend.
Oh my days. But I was asking Titi for her opinion. That's it. I wasn't asking for yours.
Thank you.
But when you said it's going to go down further, I just don't see the imbalance where you're saying it's going to go down further.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
This
What?
imbalance here from the overall.
Titi, you don't
push
have
up.
to help. You don't have to help people who refuse to see.
I can see what you're saying. I can honestly
She can't
see.
see it, Titi. She can't see it. We gotta go to the next. We gotta go to the next step. I'm joking with you, Landry.
I can see it because I've already got it marked up, because I took the sell down to that area, to the 78.6 last week. I got in for the buy. I got in for 3 sets of sells, and I got in for the buy.
Does anybody understand? Like you can't win an argument with Leandra.
Yeah, I'm British. You can't.
She was arguing against me, and now she's trying to say she was saying the same thing.
Yeah, but oh dear. Do you know what? Anyway,
You win, Leandra. You win.
I know I win because I'm saying the same
Because
thing.
I'm a woman, I win. I win.
I'm just saying, if you go down to, I think it's the 15-minute or the 5-minute time frame, there is a bullish order block, which price reacted off, and then that caused the bullish momentum to go back up into that displacement candle from NFP.
Okay, thank you.
I think TT's got it anyway. She's got it marked up.
Yes.
That bullish order block with that, is that blue zone? I'm presuming, TT.
I know, man.
If you go to the left, then that blue zone would be a bullish order block.
Oh,
To the left, everything he owns.
this one right here.
There's 2 because it's got a fair value gap, and then it's got a bullish order block above and below. So
This looks like it. Here's a bullish order block where the resistance was.
oh, you're on the 5-minute. 1 second, let me get it. I'm on the 15.
Let me go to 15.
That's okay. You can see on the 5. It's fine. See if you can you zoom in a little bit, please. So I can show the Tasmundas in the back. So if you see where that black candle is, like you said, and it's like from the top of the wick to the body, That's one order block on the 15-minute. And then below that, there's another candle that's got that wick that's going down. That's an order block as well on the 15-minute, which price reacted off, and then it caused it go up.
Good guy.
And that's the 50% area and the 78.6. So that's how I got the sell down to that area and the buy back up on that area as well. But I don't see how it's going to go lower. But anyway, we'll see.
It's gonna push up, pull back. All you gotta do is fib that move right there. It broke that.
Yeah, I know it's going to push up. I know it's going to
Yeah,
push
it
up.
did push up. Fib that right there. Fib that little move. Push up, pull back. There's your entry.
Oh, you're saying that?
Yeah. For the people in the back. I'm only saying it for the people in the back.
Yeah, but I just don't see the entry when I
I
go.
need you to come to the front of the room, please.
Oh, Lord.
Please.
So this is the purple box here from this fib, and then from
Mm,
the bigger fib, the blue box
mm, mm, mm,
is the,
mm.
so this should be something like that.
Milo said you're putting in the sleep. They're putting you to sleep. I know, man. You gotta wait a little bit more.
We'll see. I just don't think it's going to lie there.
Hedge it or something, or just wait and then,
Or just take the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Take the sell when it comes.
Which my low hanging fruit.
But yeah. We'll see. We agree to disagree. Feel sorry for Milo,
Who is mine?
the dog.
Oh. Hey, Milo.
This
Anybody
one's-
got any?
Who else has pairs that they want to see? Or that they want to share? Nobody? Nobody?
I was just doing UCAD, and I'm not sure as to what to expect. Like, it has a bearish order block, but I think just buying it up, like it's actually going to be bullish because it made a lower, no, I mean a higher low on the weekly, if that makes sense.
On the weekly.
I can't see. TT Chuck got way too much stuff going on.
It just tapped into a bullish order block on the weekly.
It did. And
This
now
is
buying it up
strange.
makes sense because it's more than 100 pips. God's plan.
It's all kinds of stuff from TT's Chuck.
It should actually continue going up, like at least to the -27, which is the next order block up.
Well, this is what I think. And if you got a break, You got to retest the break, right?
Mm-hmm. Right here.
I can't see your okay, now I see it. Now I see your mouse, but where you said right where?
Right here.
Well, I
Or
would say above that. Right there where you have your the red part of your position tool for that buy, you broke that low.
mm,
Just you see that purple line that you have, that purple box that you have, that little skinny box that goes across your screen.
The two red lines. Yeah.
That's support and resist. Yeah. That's the level that I would like to see retested. So if you just bought it back to that level, how many pips is that?
It's over 100, I think.
That's all you need.
And on the daily for that, Alfie, there it tapped into an order block and imbalance on the daily.
Mhm.
Um,
And it's also at the
so
78.
I would definitely wait for some kind of breaker structure to the top side before.
I would too. But if
Yeah.
I mean, because those are full candles. What about what does the 4 hour and the 15-minute look like on those lower time frames? Nothing.
On the
Mm-mm.
12
Nope.
hours bullish order block, but it hasn't reached it.
And
The 15. So
it-
yeah, you're gonna see a break if the next candle is a bullish candle that goes above those moving averages, then
yeah, if it doesn't break that low
yeah,
and it becomes bullish.
once it breaks that high right there, then you're good. You wait.
On the 15-minute?
Yeah, it'll be 4 15-minute candles before you can even trade anyway tomorrow. So
Mm.
you'll probably see a break and retest, before you can even get in the market on that 15-minute chart.
Mm-hmm.
like that.
But looking at it from the higher time frame, if you go to the weekly, I think, would it make sense to actually for it to continue going up?
I see a bearish order block.
Going up where? I
Oh.
don't see anything but boxes, boxes and fibs. I can't see no candles.
Me too.
I can't see no candles, right?
Ah!
She's saying it's within a bullish order block. But
The bearish order block.
even with that,
I think it just created a
But-
bearish order block under the
but even with that being said, even that
sell.
bullish order block already pushed up. I think that's a wick up there. And
You
you see
got lower high.
it tapped into the imbalance and then rejected and then gave a bearish impulse move.
If you look at the very top of the chart, you got lower highs.
But you also have higher lows.
Okay, so if price breaks the high, then we'll go higher. If it breaks the low, we're going lower. And right now you got a bearish order block that's underneath your moving averages. It's going to go up, and then when the dollar falls, it's going to fall. It's going to fall right along with that dollar. Ready, break. So like this is another example where it's all semantics until either the high gets broken or the low.
Mm-hmm.
If you're buying it up, I mean, we don't even have to argue. You just buy it up for your 100 pips. You can watch the fireworks out of the way with your 100 pips in your pocket. And whether it breaks the high or the low next week, then you can have a better bias, going forward.
So you just gonna cut into here and probably filling these. Tap into this order block.
Or the imbalance.
Yeah. Just like the DX.
Bruh, I think there's like 7 or 8 trades that we just talked about. And we didn't bring up NZD CAD not one time. We still in that trade and it's still running.
Oh, that thing is running.
Who doesn't have any trade ideas? Who doesn't know what they want to trade? Sometimes I think people get on the call just to hear the arguments. Yeah.
We didn't even argue this week.
I know, right?
Well, no, but I just think some people get on the call just to hear.
What, for band?
For
Straight,
the entertainment.
right? Free cable.
So everybody got their trades. Everybody ready for the week. Everybody
Yeah.
feel confident.
Ready, Freddie?
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
No questions.
I can't wait for this to pop off. I'm
We
ready.
just gonna call you if we got questions.
Or we're gonna or when the market open and our nerves get bad. We're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Place your hedge. at
But I
the
have to
bed.
admit, last week there was so many trades. I mean, it was so much money out there that it was insane. I mean, you could trade pairs
Insane.
up and down, all
Up and
around,
down,
across,
Selena.
backwards, up
But
and
this week
down,
is the
baby.
same thing, guys. This is the
Was it
same thing.
raining, Selena? Was it raining?
Yeah, it was raining pips.
Gold, you got gold, you got EN, you got EA. We didn't even talk about GA. You got you got NZD CAD, you got USD CAD. I mean, there's money all over the place. It's ridiculous. All we have to do is, like, the problem comes in when people don't understand their entry technique.
That's it. It's that entry. That's all it is. It's that entry. That's Gibson. Or not trusting your analysis.
Yeah, that too. Gold is sitting at that 8-hour order block.
Yeah, I was just about to say, do you think gold's going down further?
No, I don't mean gold. I'm talking about GA. GA is sitting at a 8-hour bearish order block.
Yeah.
Bam.
So
Boom.
it's gonna bounce, and then I think it'll push further down. But you have to understand, like, when you get in these trades, you have to anticipate what's going to happen. This is what I mean when I say I like the low-hanging fruit. I would rather take EA for a smooth ride than getting this trade that's going to bounce. Maybe that bounce goes higher than I want it to, or whatever. So when you get in these trades, you have to kind of anticipate what you expect to happen, or what could happen, right? Because you might get in that trade for a sell and it bounces and goes higher to that next higher order block before it sells, and it could mess up your account. So just take the easier trade setup like EN and save yourself and your stomach, the problem from having these roller coaster rides. But you got to mark it up on your chart, and then you have to set your alerts.
Can we look at EC, please?
Somebody
Right there.
somebody in the back said, why? When you
Because I
got,
need to,
when you got all these hits on these other, I'm
I
joking.
just want to see.
I'm joking.
EC.
Yes, the EuroCAD. Cause it has a weekly order block, a nice long candle. And it kind of looks like an inverted head and shoulders on the higher time frame.
Oh, yeah. Mhm. Yep. Sitting at a weekly in May. It's gonna bounce up. But tap into it. And this one is, there's a lot of resistance here.
I think it already grabbed it, the liquidity to the, from the, on the right.
Mhm.
Did price already grab liquidity? Those wicks right there? That very shorter block? Yeah, it did.
Extend that line. If you can extend that line, TT, then we'll see that blue line you have where where it says liquidity.
Mhm.
Did it? Maybe not.
I don't know. Wait, let me put it a real one there. Let me see.
But even if it didn't, that could be a good reason for it to go take it.
Yes, it did. It tapped it.
Mm-hmm.
Up on top. Imbalance right here. Probably push down a little bit further before maybe coming back up, tapping it, and pushing down some more. That's a daily.
Can you go to the monthly? Please.
Mhm. Price tapped into the. Did I do this right? Tapped
Mhm.
into 78, pushing back up. Pushing back up. Oh shoot.
AT,
Yeah.
you hit the little eyeballs on the left right there, the little eyeball, but underneath the lock over
Oh.
the tools. Yeah, just real
Oh.
quick. No,
Hi. Which one?
just hit the
Oh.
yeah. That's all I was looking for. Yeah. Okay.
I know I
And
have a lot on
when
my.
when
You
you
heard
click
all
the
that.
when you click the chart,
Man.
it'll come back. It'll come back.
Through. Nah, OG's charts hurt my eyes. I'm like, I'm gonna need glasses after I learn this.
But TT, I can't believe you were saying all that. I mean, we can't even see the chart. All we see is your notes. I mean,
Man,
it's great
as long as I.
Yeah, as long as you know what's going on, that's all good. But I be looking at your chart like, man, I can't I can understand that on this chart.
Had I known I was going to screenshot, I'd have cleaned it up. But
It's all great.
yeah, this drop, bam, broke. Just came up, broke the lower low or the higher low. Bam.
So really, this is a long-term sell, yes?
Mm,
It looked like it grabbed liquidity. I don't know.
Close.
A lot of.
If you fid from the top to the bottom and see where we at in the fid. About the 61. No, from the top to the bottom, TT.
Oh, over there. Hang on. Top to the bottom. Oh shoot. Top to the bottom
It's gonna come
from
back.
here.
It's gonna come back when you.
Don't come
Yeah.
back.
Oh shoot. Let me see.
It don't matter. You can just fid from the top to the bottom. We'll be able to see it.
Mhm.
So right now, price is just past your. It's in between the 61 and the 78.
Mm-hmm.
At 78, there's an order block. You got that liquidity, so it might push up a little higher, but you could turn around.
Resistance, a lot of resistance. This one. Yeah.
There's an
I think
imbalance.
I'll go back to that 50.
Back here.
Mhm. That's my thought.
It's your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But if it pulls back to the 50, it might as well come down here and start mitigating all of this.
But then it'll break structure. It'll break that structure.
Oh, okay. To push back up. I see what you're saying.
So wait, but just for trading it this week, trading it up makes sense, like God's plan, yes?
How many pips is available? That's the, you fib the weekly candle?
The daily.
I would fib the weekly.
Weekly candle has 350 something pips.
Yes, maybe you'll get half of that. If it retraces 50%, you'll get half of that. Fib from the top to the bottom.
From the top to the bottom or the bottom
You gotta fib the direction the candle travel.
down?
Yeah. So they have to go back to the wicks.
And it's probably gonna at least go back to see that wick that is to the left of the order block.
Right here.
Uh-huh. So what's that, the 50%? Is that the 50%? So it's probably
That's
gonna
just in
at
between
least,
the
at least
51.
to there is
Mhm.
Can you
Every-
consider that a violated order block?
huh?
Just price action. Why would you say that, Wick? Because it's a violated order block or price action? What do you?
Just price action for me.
You know, I think we're doing a lot of hoping and wishing on that trade.
Do look a little messy,
You know, if you look at that
but
where
this
price needs to go to satisfy price action on that weekly chart is a lot shorter than your 50%.
Say that again?
Can you go back to the weekly real fast? And just keep in mind low hanging fruit, right? So make those candles like make your screen wider so we can see the candles. Nope. Keep going. Make them a little bit wider. No, the other direction. Keep going. Okay, so imagine this new candle that opens up.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the wick of that candle need to go?
down here.
No,
To the wick
Up.
of the bearish order block.
the wick of the bearish order block. So
Mhm.
how far is that wick? How many pips up is that? It's not 50%, but how many pips up is it from where it opens?
Is that a measuring tool or what is that?
I don't know.
Date and time. It's
Is
the price range.
Oh my
Price
sweet.
range 121. I'm sorry,
Oh.
127.
So it's 127 pips.
Yeah,
Mhm.
from the very open to.
Yeah,
the-
so if you catch it, then yeah, 127 pips is enough. I like the other setups better.
Okay, I got the
But
message.
listen, you could trade that back to the wick. 127 pips, as long as it's 100, it's 100. Especially if that's the setup that you like.
I don't
just-
know which one I like yet. I was just looking at the order blocks that baby girl Selena put out, so. I will make my decision as of tomorrow.
Well, there you go. Let us know. Let us know.
Okay.
This looks promising because it has no wick here. So it's got to pull back. And this MAs are nice confluence for this resistance area.
It could just pull back to that third candle. To that second candle.
This one.
That little candle.
So is it me wrong thinking if I see a candle, a long volume candle that doesn't have a wick yet, I feel like it's not done pushing.
Well, I mean, I would agree.
Here's
Okay.
an imbalance here.
So
Mhm.
this probably pushes down a little bit, but when it
To
turns
the
around, where is it?
Mhm. And how many pips from where price is now to that to fill that imbalance? Which would like 30 pips, 28, 30 pips. Mhm.
Mhm.
That can definitely happen.
Yeah, because that's what I have to.
If you did your analysis already, good.
It's on my chart.
Elfie growing up and blowing up, yeah. I
Growing
remember
up.
she used to be lost in the sauce.
I'm trying.
Mhm. This can be.
Have you looked on the daily? There's a bullish order block on the daily.
Yeah.
Sure.
Option.
There's another order block on the 4 hour as well. bullish one. Probably the 50% of that order block. I'm expecting the price to go there.
Oh, this is an imbalance too.
If you go to the daily and there's a bullish order block,
It's already been tapped into. Looks like it.
has it?
Right here.
Mhm.
What, so if it's tapped in once, it doesn't get retested again?
It
I mean,
can.
it could, but it's technically not an order block, but it can be the imbalance of the up move.
Is he expecting price to respond to that fair value gap?
Yes.
The blue box.
Yes, I did. At least me. Okay, thank you, TT.
All right, no problem. Mm.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody see anything else? OG, what are you trading? Come
Oh
on.
man, because
Bro.
of you guys, I'm in like 10 trades right now. I'm in
I
10 different
cannot.
pairs.
Cannot.
I'm loving it. Hey, I gotta say, man, having people talking is like, for my group, I've been telling everybody everything about everything, just to be able to sit back and see other people talking about what they're doing. It's just, it's overwhelming, yet it's great because you guys know what you're talking about. So just meeting you guys, like I said, I'm in like 10 different trades and they're all blue right now. So I just do what I do. I see that the analysis is correct, and I just put what I put on it. So I'm on ETH. I'm on the chart that's moving. So I'm pretty surprised about it tanking the way it did on a Saturday. Like, I haven't seen that since last year. Usually on the weekends it goes sideways, but got some pretty decent pips out of it so far. I'm thinking that it's going to probably go back to where it originated when market closed. That's what it normally does. So might get a spike to the upside before tomorrow, if not tomorrow.
Oh, there.
Uh, let's see. I'll bring my
Hey,
laptop.
hey, OG.
What up?
Next week, bro. Next week, the people want to hear about the quantum theory that you trade.
Quarters theory?
Quarter. So,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, we can go through it with EuroCAD. It's at 147,500. So it's right at the quarter low.
Wanna share?
So
You screen?
yeah,
I think
yeah,
you
I'm gonna
have
get
your other MAs on there too.
I'm gonna get my laptop in here.
Wait. Can I ask and make a request, please, Mr. OG?
What up?
And Todd, can we do a separate video for this, please?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are recording.
Yeah. But that's why. So if you, what time do you prefer to do it, OG?
I'm always on the chart. Whenever's
Well,
good for
I
y'all.
feel you, but so like we meet every Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern time. If that don't work for you, then maybe you can do it a different day and a different time.
I think it's perfect.
So next week, is that cool?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, thank you.
For sure.
Not as hard as people think. It's just, everything's based on the same mathematical equation. So everything works. It's just what fits your eye better. I like blocking things in with quarter levels. It just, I mean, look at your resistance level. 178,500. Bang, bang. That's it. That's all.
Like
if you would have just
78,500.
yeah, that part. I ain't making it up. It's right there. You'd have caught all them pips. You get in at 178,500 with a stop loss at 178,750. You'd have caught all them pips to support. And where did it stop out at? It went 175 flat, 175 flat. And now it's going sideways.
Oh, so you're saying this order block right here, tapping you in around 700.
He doesn't use order blocks. He uses levels. So
but this is the 7750 level.
No, 78, 78,500.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On the money. Right at the top, on the money, right there. 178 down to 175 flat. Bang. Hella pips.
So here's the deal. If you see prices at a high, you don't buy it, you sell it.
Hell yeah.
When price gets to a low, you don't sell it, you buy it.
So for me, everything that people do, and I see that it's saucy, when I drop quarter levels on it, it gets even saucier because it's institutional psychological levels of trade. This is what the institutions are doing. Once you see it, you can't not see it. On the money. That's how they move. And we talk about trading without emotions, like a robot, straight up. So now the bottom's 175 flat. Okay, well, 174, 750. Okay, so if I get in at 175 flat and I put the stop loss at 174, 750, I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying I'm blocking it in mentally like that. So it's already going sideways at the 175 quarter on the money. So if that's a true position, then it shouldn't go below that. I could put my stop loss below the structure because I'm thinking about the price.
Shouldn't go below where?
It shouldn't. I mean,
Below
obviously,
where?
it's going
75.
sideways.
And it's not, I mean,
75.
this is gonna buy up from here. You got the bottom.
The swing low,
Yeah.
saying it shouldn't go below there.
If you really trust it, just like Todd says, he doesn't have to catch the peak position. If he trusts the position, all you have to do is put the stop loss below that structure. Now it can hook and ladder, right? It'll go down there and do the liquidity grab, and then it'll go the direction you want it to go. That's what it normally does. It goes down there, stop people out, and then proceed in the direction that you already determined that it was going to go. And just like he said, if he gets stopped out, but he believes in the trade, he's going to get right back in.
And that's the real reason why I started hedging instead of using stop losses.
Yes, sir. Hedging is fire.
Yeah, you use stop losses, man, and you lose the money. Whereas if you hedge, you're still in the trade. You just cut your hedge off,
Yeah.
as the trade pushes in your direction.
Yeah. Price trapping.
All hearts and minds.
Yeah, all hearts and minds clear. Yeah,
Everybody
everybody got a trade. Everybody clear. Hopefully, everybody set their alerts on their charts, or how to do it. We go live tomorrow, man. Please don't.
And we
Go ahead.
talk about how we want to do a recording of that. You see how fast I just explained it? It's that fast. It's not even a full record. It's like when you
No.
understand those quarter levels, like you
people are
you
gonna
can
ask
see them
questions.
real clear. Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
Yes, I will need another one, please, because.
And then you'll get used to using them, and then price structures, right? So this is a 177, right? $1.77. Then you got some that are $1.50. You got gold and US 30, like gold has a certain price structure, US 30 has a certain price structure, and US 30, I mean, like Bitcoin and US 30 have the same price structure. Gold and Ethereum have the same price structure, and then most of the currencies have the same price structure. It's like $1 something. But then you have some currencies that are at 85 cents. So that's a different type of price structure, but you can still drop quarters on it. So once you understand how to do that, you can do it with any pair. And just like when it stopped at 175, see 175, that's quarters, not 174, not 185, it's 175, 150. Those are the majors, right? That's where the institutions really make moves. And they're simple quarter levels, $1, $1.25, $1.75, $1.50, just like EU or GU, $1.25. It went to $1.26, 1,000 points above the point of interest, which is $1.25. It didn't go to $1.27. It went to $1.25. And now it's playing around the $1.25 level. Right? The $1.25 is the point of interest. That's the major key quarter level. Everything else is in betweens. What I like about this pair is that it stopped off at $1.75. Perfect quarter level.
Then it pulled back to 2000, so it might shoot up
Right.
to hit
Right.
it might shoot up to hit 3000 now.
Now look, it went up to 2075, the 75 quarter, and it came down to 2000, stopped on the money and pivoted.
2100 is
at
next.
2000. Right. 2100 is next.
And if you use this fib, it tells you that price. Where's the -27 on this fib? At what price? No, at the top, the first blue line at the very top. There you go. What price is that?
290.
Yeah, so the next one So at 2100 is just above there. So it's fitting that you can target the negative 27. And if you're using quarter levels, you're going to target 2100. You're going to hold your trade until it gets to 2100. Then you'll look for shorts without structure showing you. You'll just look for them.
I can guarantee you that when it gets to 2100, it's going to come back down to 2150 or 2050. It likes to hit a new level and come back to its previous levels. I walked it all the way up from 1750 in December, and that's all it was doing. 1750 to 1775, back to 1750 through 1775 into 1800, back to 1775. It walked all the way up, just going back and forth, back and forth. Every time it hits a new high, it comes back almost automatically. And it doesn't skip. So it's not going to go from 50 to 75 to 100. No, it's going to go from 50 to 75 and then back to 50, then through 75 to 100, then back to 75. I guarantee you that's what it's doing. That's why people love gold. People who know that, right? Gold is awesome. And it's a temperature check for the rest of the market. Whatever gold's doing, everything else is going to do. Gold hit 2000, that's resistance. Then EU hit 110, that was resistance. GU hit 125, that was resistance. Bitcoin hit 30K, that was resistance. Then Ethereum comes up last and hits 2000, that was resistance. Ethereum went to 2100, see, just like gold, right? Gold might touch 2100. Ethereum did it and then came right back to 1850. And now gold led Ethereum into resistance, and now Ethereum's leading gold out of the resistance. So we got a little bit of time left, but can gold get to 2100 and come back down to 1800, and just like Ethereum? It's all adding up.
This 2025, that's the quarter level, right? That that is also equivalent with the negative 27 TP level for the next possible move.
And it's a 50% retracement.
Yeah.
I have the cells up at 2075. I mean, if it goes back up there, I'm cool with that because I know 2100 is going to break down and come from 2100 to 2050. So I can end up with the peak position at 2100. I can keep 2075 because I want everything above 2050. So the closer I can get to 2100, the better. It's going to break down. I mean, it went to 2075 and came back to 2000. It's going to go to 2100 and come back to 2000. That's just my guess. Of course, we should understand that, like I said, I keep reiterating the idea that there was no printing in the first quarter of the year, which is going to cause the demand on the dollar, make the dollar elevate and make the market come down. So gold is the first thing we look at. How is gold reacting to what the dollar's doing? Because whatever gold does, everything else is going to do. So
Question, does it, when it comes to these levels, you saying it super respects these levels, it doesn't wick through them?
I mean, it can wick through by a pip or so.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
But not by like 10 pips?
Nah.
Okay, so we Gucci right here then.
Yeah. I like it. I mean, there's an order block at 1990.
What? You said 1990?
Yeah, right there.
Where's the order block? Oh,
well, imbalance.
This one right here. Oh, you're talking about this imbalance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is the GAN box that we pulled out for Leandra.
What level is that? 2000?
Yes, this is 2000 level where the purple lines.
But that's where price came right down to that 2000, right? Yeah, I think it is going to go up, man. I'm a firm believer. I saw I saw them folks eating off that gold, man.
Ah, man.
Like, what dude is that in your group that had all them positions from 2050? 0.01, 0.01s.
Oh, you talking about Mark?
Yeah, tore them up.
Yeah, he passed his challenge. He passed his
Yeah.
first phase. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, he kept passing the first phase and fell in the second phase. He did it like 5 times.
Yeah, that happens. A lot of people get too anxious the second phase. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got 30 days and you
Well, you got
failing at the
60.
15th, 60 days. Right.
Yeah,
And
you
he's
got
failing on the
60.
15th day.
Yeah,
He didn't made half the profit and failed on 15th day. I'm like, bro, you
Right.
got plenty of time. Come on,
because
slow
because
down.
they try to rush through. That's all it is.
Yeah. I think he got it this time though. I think he got it.
Yeah, I think he does too. I mean, all he got to do is go right back up.
Bro, he passed the first phase at 100% accuracy rate.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's fire.
Yeah, he had 47 for 47. I'm like, God, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had a quick question, OG. I was trying to join the thing but I couldn't figure that out. So I don't know.
I'll put
I
the
have the
link in
Signal
there.
app. I have the Signal app, but
Okay.
I didn't like. Is it an easy way to find the group or?
Nah, I'll send you the link to join. I'll put it in the Zoom.
Okay, I think I clicked it and it just took me to nothing.
Did you have the Signal app when you clicked it though?
Yeah, I was doing it on my laptop.
Yeah, let's see.
But I'm gonna try it from my phone now.
How do I not have? I don't have the toolbar. What's going on here?
I
Oh,
hope.
there we go.
I hope EN hits first and then boom for the rest of the week. Just eat on gold. I don't care about UCAD.
Yeah, I put it up in the Zoom. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's under quarters theory.
No, I put it in the Zoom.
Oh, on the Zoom. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
I'll put it in there too if you want to put your phone in. Matter of fact, yeah, it's in voice notes. I think I'll put it in there.
I don't see it in the Zoom link.
The Zoom,
No?
oh, this Zoom chat. TG?
Oh,
Yeah, the chat.
oh,
Oh my God.
I can't see it in the Zoom chat either.
My bad. I said
Don't
the
see
wrong
it
thing.
either.
I got people in here actually listening to what I'm saying.
It's right there in the Zoom chat. It says Signal group.
where?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Oh,
It says,
what?
y'all don't see it?
I don't see it either. Did he send it to
No.
you privately? Because you
Yeah,
gotta be
he-
careful because
Yeah.
you can send it to a person privately. So you gotta make sure it changed
Oh,
to
is that what it
everyone. So
was?
Todd, yeah, so
Oh.
you probably send it directly to Todd. If that's the person that you was
Oh
last
yeah, it does say,
communicating with,
it says
it's
direct
gonna
message.
default. Exactly. We ain't crazy by far.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh.
y'all see.
I ain't trying to
Todd, you sitting up there,
to
all
look
these people-
thirsty.
Y'all babies will